This is Jeet again. Thanks for subscribing and liking my videos. It's really valuable to me as a beginner. I'm I'm planning to share what I'm learning for my entire week. Okay, in this channel. Today I want to talk about happiness. Okay, let me ask you one question first. Like most of you, I'm sure are looking forward to get your next bonus. Okay, because as the year is ending, it's December, right? Most of you will get the bonus. And one more thing, some of you may be looking for the salary hike. Okay, your next salary hike. Some of you are looking to achieve your goals. Some of you are looking for your next achievement. Okay, everybody is looking forward to achieve something. Okay, because as a human being, we like to achieve what we thought, like what we planned. We like to achieve that, and it's a feeling of achievement, and we love that. Is a human being. Okay, but there is a trap. That is totally my understanding. I'm not sure how many of you will agree with me, but that is a natural line of the happiness that all of us have. Like wherever you are in your life, at whatever stage you are at in your life, you have your natural line of the happiness. This is your natural line of your happiness. Okay, so what I'm trying to convey here is this is the natural line of happiness. Once you get the, let's say, bonus, okay, yearly bonus, you will get the spike of your happiness, and after a few days, after a few weeks, you will come back to your natural level of happiness. It's your natural level of happiness. This is the line, it indicates that. And you got that hike or spike, right? You get that spike up to here for a few days, and after that you go back to the natural level of happiness. Okay, so we all are looking for that spikes. Most of the people, I'm saying. Okay, we all are looking to achieve something in our life, and once we get that, we will be happy. We bind our happiness to the achievements. Okay, we are not like our natural level of happiness is very low right now. This is the line. Okay, and once we get a salary hike, it's go up. After few days, it's go down. Okay, let's say you want to change the job. Okay, so your current happiness is like this. Here, this is the line, and once you got the new job, it's spike up for a few days, few weeks, few years. After that, it spike down, and after that you went to the natural level of happiness. The person who are changing the job back to back, yeah, like 6 months, every 6 months or every yearly basis, right? That guy is looking for the spikes of happiness. Okay, maybe it's like I'm predicting that I'm not the only one which is the right. It's my opinion, it's my way of looking the thing. So that's up to you, that you're likely to be intelligent. So that's up to you to believe me or not. So this is the natural level of happiness. So let's say you fired in your current organization, you fired. So this is your current level of happiness, and you go downwards. That's the downward spike you will get. You go down up till here, and after that you go up, because you realize that you can't do anything to them. Okay, you can't do you can't do anything by just worrying stuff. Okay, you have to go up somehow. So you start realizing that after that spike, after few days, few months, you realize that you can't blame anything, and you start preparing for your next interview, and you get the job, and that spike came to, and that's you will come back to your natural happiness. after going to back that spike, that downward spike, you will get back up because you get the new job. That's the natural level of happiness. So whole idea here, why I introduced that natural line of happiness in this video, is we want to uplift that line somehow. We want that line to uplift. We don't want just the spikes to appear. We want that spike, and that spike does not go back to that natural level. The spike needs to be remains the same. We want that. So how you will achieve it, that is different story. I will introduce now. So there is a two concept, one is a goal and one is a process, or one is a system. Okay, so when we talking about building a muscle or learning a programming language, it's a domain specific thing. Okay, both are totally different at the front, and both are looking very, like, people can differentiate between them. Building a muscle is a different art, and learning a programming language is a different art, but there is a one common thing in it. Okay, let's say you are at zero level of that domain, and you reach the threshold point of that domain, and after that threshold point, everything inside that domain looks comfortable to you. If anybody give you the problem to solve in programming language, once you pass your threshold point, you will be much comfortable to solve it. Okay, let's say you are at zero level in your building muscles, right? Once you got ahead of that threshold point, you can compete with multiple things, right? You can express more things. It's very comfortable to go to the gym. Some things are just come naturally once you pass that threshold point. Okay, so any skill you take, right, any skill, let's say bodybuilding or programming or any skill, there is a one threshold point that we need to pass to be comfortable in that particular domain. Okay, so to pass that threshold point, we don't need to have that functional knowledge or technical knowledge, the domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is not enough. We know we have to do 20 push-ups, okay, daily. We know that, but how many of us will do that? We know 20 push-ups is needed every day. We know that. We know our schedule. We know everything. But why still people are not doing that? Okay. So we required patience in any skill. If you want to master any skill, I'm talking about any skill here, not programming or not muscle. Any skill, if you want to master, you have to be patient. Okay, it's a time taking process to reach that result point, but once you reach that result point, everything seems easy to you, to that particular domain. Okay, it's like that. So that one thing. So what you understood by going from zero to that threshold point, there is a journey. Okay, if you want to achieve any domain knowledge or any domain specific expertise, you have to reach that threshold point, and between zero and threshold point there is a journey involved. In that journey you have to be the patience, you have to be consistent. Okay, you have to focus on your target. Okay, it's so many things are involved in journey, not just the functional knowledge or technical knowledge. So many other things are involved. You have to spend time with your uh, good people to encourage yourself. Okay, so many things are involved, so you have to focus on that. So building a system, okay, you have to build your system to take any unknown challenges and you can solve it. You have to build that kind of system. Let's say if you know C++ language, okay, so somebody asks you write like for a Python language question, right? So what you understood by this analogy, I'm not sure how many of my audience is aware of that programming languages, but let's say I will give you another example. Let's say you know how to ride scooty, right? How to ride a bicycle. It has two tires, one wonder, and everything else, okay. And after a few years, after 10 years, if somebody tell you you have to you have to ride a bike, right? If somebody told you that, then what you will do? You will see, you will observe, it's much similar, look like a bicycle. It has few more features in it, nothing else. It's not complicated to learn. As a child who never seen bike before, how he will visualize, because he knows how to ride a bicycle but not a bike. So he is trying to learn that way. It's a process, okay. So at the end, what I'm trying to say is, don't looking for the spike of happiness or spike of sadness. Don't go to that trap, okay. Don't go to the trap. It's it's just keep on going, otherwise it's just kind of trap. You will just stuck to it, nothing else. So to improve your level of natural happiness, to uplift this line, right? Uplift this line, you have to what you can say, you have to focus on improving your system, okay. Once you improve the system, once you know that you can learn this single skill, then you can learn 100 skills, because you know how to be patient, you know how to be consistent, you know how process takes to be success, okay. You know the process, so that you can learn anything you want in your life. So process is really important. Form a process from it's not this is 2020 December, right? It's not like you will form up your process today and it will work after 20 years. It's not like that. Your process needs to be dynamic. You learn and grow. Tomorrow you will be different. After 5 years you will be different, or even I may be different, okay. My thinking process is different. This whatever I'm sharing with you is maybe wrong, okay. Yeah, it's maybe wrong. After 5 years, if I'm looking back in this video, I will feel it's really what I'm doing, what I was doing at that time, 2020. So that's the stuff. Keep evolving your process. Make your system strong enough to take any unknown challenges, that you can solve it, okay. That's whole purpose of making the system, okay. This is the system. You can put any input, you can push any input to it. The system will take care of, and it will give you the desired output. So you have to visualize, or you have to make your mindset at that level, abstract level, okay. Think abstractly everything. Look the you have to practice to observe things abstract manner, okay. Don't as it is. That example which I gave you about bicycle and bike, right? If the child knows how to ride a bicycle, he will try to learn the bike after 10 years, right? This that analogy I just came up just instantaneously. I didn't prepare a script for it. So what I'm trying to convey here is just think abstractly. You know lots of things, try to merge them, try to like teach, try to relate them. You know lots of things by age of 20 to 23, right? Most of the people may be like, not sure, sorry about the age, but the people who are around 20 24 age, right? You learn lots of things in your life. Believe me, you have you must have a single skill that you are mastering. Make sure you comment it out, which is skills you believe you have it. Okay, I will see, and I like to know that which skill you have mastered in your 20 years of life. Okay, so I hope you mastered one skill in your life till date. Let's say you master programming language. Okay, because I'm from IT background, so in most of my video I'm taking that what you can say, taking that example, IT example. So let's say you master the programming language. Okay, so once you master the programming language, you know how the process begins. Okay, there is lots of hurdles in it, in a journey. There is a like this is one point and you want to go to this point A to point B, right? There is a lots of hurdle. Point A is your beginning point and point B is your what you want to achieve, right? After that it's your zone. You can explore lots of things after this point. This is your threshold point. So at point A, once in your life you will be at point A. If you are mastered in one domain, that means let's say if I'm master in programming language, I must be in this point A at one point was in my life, right? Let's say in 2015 I was in this point, and at 2017 I reached to here point B. So I know how process, like how many steps involved, what is involved in that process to go from point A to point B. Because I only took that journey, right? So if I want to learn or I want to explore anything in future, I will look back in the same journey, like point A to point B, when I took the programming expertise, right? How I mastered it, how I view that thing, right? How it excites me, and how consistent I was, and how much effort I put in that, so I get mastered in that. Okay, and how I maintain my relationship with others, which want to build the same skill or which are in the same domain, so that I became expert and I create that kind of environment which can influence to learn in that particular domain, right? To gain multiple expertise, multiple views of other people. So these kind of things will involve in journey. Okay, so journey is really important. Don't focus on just a goal. It will give you just spike, nothing else. It will give you the spike and you will come back, you will come back to the natural level of your happiness. So finally I want to say, keep your natural level of happiness as high as possible. Daily you have to read it, you have to learn it, you have to explore it, and you have to, it's on you how you will like push up your natural level of happiness from here to here. Don't looking for the spikes of happiness, getting a job or getting a hike. Don't ever look for the hikes of happiness, that spike of happiness. Okay, just look at the ways how you can like pull your natural level of happiness from here to here. Okay, it's really important, it's worthwhile spending time. How we can do it, it's up to you how you can achieve it. I mentioned one of the way, which is we can focus on our system to improve it. Okay, don't focus on the goals, focus on the journey, focus on the system. Build a system such a way that you can input any unknown challenge, and you can as output you can receive the desired results. Okay, just remember, you have already mastered one skill, and just replicate what the thought process you have at that point when you mastered it. What kind of consistency you put, what kind of effort you put to get mastered in that particular domain. Same thing, if you put to achieve another domain specific skill, it is achievable. Okay, in that way you can achieve any domain knowledge, because you know how to achieve single domain specific skills. So you can achieve this domain, that domain, this domain, if it excites you, and if it's if that you want to do in your upcoming days, it will help you in that way. So that is all. Keep your natural happiness of line as high as possible. That's what I want to say at the last. And yeah, we will discuss more in next week. We'll meet next week. Thank you for listening and subscribing, liking, and all the support. It's really valuable to me. Thanks a lot. Bye. Good night.